Today's video might be a little off topic, but I believe it's an integral part to the journey towards entrepreneurship and the workman's mindset. Because in the early years, I had a dream of being a filmmaker. And in those younger years, I got hit with that phrase, you're living in a pipe dream. Get real, realize what society is. Lots changed since then. YouTube, Facebook, all that stuff. But that dream has never left. But throughout the years, that dream has undergone some changes, yet the vision still remains the same. I mean, it's kind of sad. It's taken me a while, and it took a near-death experience to finally see the light and go all in on this dream, working towards the goal of being truly independent and finding one's inner self along that journey. As an individual, you must stay optimistic throughout life, even throughout all the struggle and strife. And it's finding that within that helps you overcome these obstacles in which you may face. And we're at a time where it feels like we're coming to a fork in the road that is out of our control. Down that one road, I could see the possibilities of that dream becoming a reality. And down the other road, there may be more struggle and suffering to achieve that dream. But by no means am I going to let that deter me for what I need to do. And if I learned anything throughout my life, it's that you can persevere, but you must have the endurance to do so. Your mindset is a powerful thing that should be cherished despite outside forces that may come in to try and corrupt this mindset. I don't claim to be an intelligent man by no means. I've never gone to no Ivy League school, but it's through these struggles in life that gives you a greater appreciation of what it is all about. And for a little background, I've spent most of my life living this nomadic lifestyle, constantly traveling from town to town, finding odd jobs here and there, from mowing yards, bar backing, restaurants, fast food, retail services, the oil field, and my main source that I always find is construction, which is what I always come back to. Traveling with nothing more than a duffel bag full of clothes, my bike, and a small camcorder. From traveling from here to there in an old beat up truck or spending weeks on Greyhound bus, I always found a way to manage to get around. I've even roamed the streets, spent time sleeping in the gutter, spent more time in bars than a place I could call home. I was a bit of a bar fly where people would just buy me drinks, so that was never even an issue money-wise. Life just has its way of just providing for itself. I would get in good, so I've spent nights sleeping on the pool table while the bar closed and wake up just in time for opening. So you can say I lived a rough lifestyle, broken every bone in my body, and busted internal organs. I've chopped off my thumb, but luckily we have the technology to put stuff like that back together. So I'm definitely no stranger to struggle and strife. I even took a break from society for 2.5 years to live the homeless lifestyle. Just going around when I needed money and find little shops and stuff that needed little maintenance work or whatnot. They provided the tools. I just told them I had the knowledge and skills to do so. But throughout all these hardships, I never really asked anybody for anything. I never collected an unemployment check. I've never been one to ask people for handouts. And in a way, that's kind of my weakness, is I have a hard time asking people for help. If I can't do it on my own, then it's not gonna get done. It's something I've been working on. I always live by, it's if you can't earn it, you don't deserve it. Just living life as it lies. Now, this has somewhat changed with age. Now I'm at a point in my life, I'm ready for a home base. I'm ready to create something that's bigger than oneself and willing to participate somewhat in society again. Throughout my living around the bars and whatnot, I hear people talked about MySpace and the YouTube and the conception of Facebook, but that wasn't my world. I was completely shutting myself off from the world for years because I've always seen these things as meaningless vanity projects, and the majority of the time it just seems like people just full of a fake virtue. But eventually I ended up jumping in the world. I got on Facebook only because my sister told me that she found my father through it, which I haven't heard or seen of the guy for almost 30 years. It did help close a chapter that was missing as part of my life. So, good things can come of these things on social media. And if you're inspired to start your own business, you're kind of forced to get back in the game, because that is the main tool nowadays to utilize to get your information out there, even though there's possibilities of getting censored for the people not agreeing with you. This day and age, there's no excuses not to achieve your goals. of what you want to pursue. I mean, as long as you have access to the internet, you have all the resources and information to learn anything you want. You can find that with some books and a little bit of reading. There's just no excuses anymore. And if you're not up to the challenge, this life will drag you down and just leave you. And you'll just be living your life in misery, you know, down into the darkness and out of the light, so to say. But that's life. It's an endurance race, you know. If you can't handle the suffering and pain and the ability to try, you won't be successful. You'll live your whole life as a robot, you know, with outside influences of what your own individual thought process is. No matter how rough the road seems like it's gonna get, sometimes you just gotta turn on a new light, strap on some fresh socks, and hit it head on. And at the same time, you gotta find a middle ground with that passenger within to really find the right direction. And as for me, I've come to terms with that inner working man and the Steppenwolf that's behind the veil. You know, dreams are attainable within reason. The plan's gonna change. Like, no plan is ever set in stone. There's always gonna be some kind of adjustments you gotta make. Your main concern is just keeping a clear vision. Don't let the dark forces drag you down, no matter how rough the road may get. As long as you stay focused on what you need to do, things usually work out. Not to say not without any hiccups, because you're gonna hit bumps. Much like I'm fighting this in and out cloud coverage right now, trying to make this video with the rain in and out. You know, I felt to make this video for the people who are stuck in the media mindset, who are obsessing over the fears and gotchas that they deliver on a daily basis. From the BS you hear from corporations and the BS from government and all the BS in between. I see these as only means to hold you back. Don't let them get to you. Keep your head clear and free. For we are the thinkers of this earth, and throughout millennia, we have overcome adversity after adversity. So long as you utilize the inner workings that are within you, because it's these challenges that make us thrive, that give us happiness, that make us who we are. Like I've said, my dreams have been shut down by people before, calling it just pipe dreams, fantasies. You know, not living in reality. But, you know, reality's only what you make of it. If you want to make your reality nothing but fear-mongering, so be it. Because you choose your unhappiness. You choose your well-being. It just amazes me. There's people that just want money given to them so they could sit plugged in front of a screen for most of their lives. And that's all their lives is. Their dreams lost. The hope of becoming more gone. These are things I can never understand. I could never stop working. I gotta find something to do. And with these elections coming up soon, whatever happens, happens. Like I said earlier, one road might smooth things out a little bit, and the other you just might have to just push yourself just that much harder to get to where you need to get. Like, I'm coming from somebody who lived a gutter punk kind of lifestyle, watching horror and trauma movies, listening to stuff like Gwar and G.G. Allen, but also stuff like Hank Williams. But there's still little bits of nuggets of life's information within these things and society's mindset. I've never been big on trends or been the cool guy or nothing. I've always lived kind of a hermetic lifestyle, keep to myself, observe the people around me. That enrichment of roaming this earth and observing life is kind of inspires the stories. And I felt I've lived enough life experience now that I could finally set aside, take whatever free time I have now, and now bring those stories to life. I spent the first half of my life gathering information. Now it's time to do more learning and bringing that information out to somebody, because like I said, I live a pretty hermetic life. I spend a lot of time alone, deep within my thoughts. Something that a lot of people, surprisingly enough, fear. I don't know, I just felt the need, with all the chaos and insanity going around nowadays, to just speak my mind. And considering I haven't been on Facebook in like 6 years and Instagram for like 5, because I utilized the social media for what I needed it for. I know I'm gonna eventually have to jump back on it if I'm wanting to start an own business, because that's the way you can, you know, you promote your whatever you're doing. Now I'm trying to focus more time on getting this RC brand that I've been working on with my friend Lucas. Go check out his channel, Get You Some RC. That is the brand. It'd be nice to turn that into something and maybe, you know, find some freelance video gigs here and there, which I got one coming up for an architectural website. You know, you just got to keep moving and plugging away. As soon as you stop and get lazy, it can sink you so fast, so fast. I had to just get this off my chest. Like, first thing when I woke up this morning, I was thinking about this, and if you made it this far, I thank you. I appreciate your viewership. You know, I'm not a man looking to get wealthy. I'm just a simple man, just trying to live a simple life and make my means through life through my own way. Because to me, that's more the definition of happiness than wealth. So stay inspired and don't worry about what other people think of you, even if they grade or how you look. They don't know the things you've done, the things you've been through, the kind of experiences you've had. Every one of us is an individual that lives their own unique lives, and there's no reason to push your lifestyles upon anybody else. Just let be, you know. And always remember, the gathering of knowledge is always the key to success. I mean, despite having the knowledge, you may still fail, but by trying and failing, you learn to get up and just keep going, no matter what the odds. And I've learned this from being a vagabond, dirty-ass BMXer, just drifting around life. Again, I appreciate those who spent time on this video. I thank you. I really mean that. And I hope to see you next time. Get back to more camera stuff and a little less philosophy, maybe. And until next time, just try to enjoy your life, because you only get one.